Nobody wants to hear this. It's not sexy. It's not exciting. It's actually mind-numbingly boring. But what if I told you that the single most effective thing you can do to run faster is something that most runners actively avoid because it feels too slow, too easy, and like a complete waste of time? What if the secret to unlocking your speed isn't crushing yourself with brutal workouts every day, but doing something so unglamorous that your ego fights against it with everything it has? You're about to discover why easy running, the thing that feels like you're barely trying, is the foundation of all speed, and why elite runners spend 80% of their training doing this boring thing that you probably skip. The science behind why this works is going to blow your mind, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why slowing down is the key to speeding up. But before we reveal the boring truth that will revolutionize your running, I need you to do something right now. Smash that subscribe button and hit the like button, because what you're about to learn goes against everything your instincts tell you. But it's the difference between getting faster and staying stuck. Drop a comment below and tell me honestly, what percentage of your runs are truly easy? 10%? 50%? 0? I need to know, because your answer will reveal whether you're training smart or sabotaging yourself. Welcome to a journey that's going to challenge every assumption you have about what makes runners fast and introduce you to the counterintuitive truth that champions have known for decades. Prepare to discover why easy running builds the aerobic base that all speed sits on top of, the specific physiological adaptations that happen only during easy miles, and why trying to run hard all the time is the fastest way to plateau, burn out, or get injured. This isn't motivational fluff. This is hard science explained simply, with actionable steps you can implement starting tomorrow. Over the next several minutes, you're going to learn what easy running actually means and how to do it correctly, the biological magic that happens in your body during those slow miles, and why elite runners who can run 5-minute miles choose to run 8-minute miles most days. Before we dive deep, I need to know where you're watching from. Comment right now with your city or country. I absolutely love connecting with runners from around the world who are ready to train smarter, not just harder. And if you haven't already subscribed, do it now and turn on notifications, because I'm going to keep telling you uncomfortable truths that will make you a better runner. Let's talk about the boring thing that changes everything. The boring thing that will make you run faster is easy running. I know. You're thinking, that's it? That's the big secret? Yes. Easy running, also called base running, aerobic running, or conversational pace running. It's running slow enough that you can hold a full conversation without gasping for air. It's running at about 60 to 75% of your maximum heart rate. It feels ridiculously easy, almost embarrassingly slow, like you're barely even running. And that's exactly the point. Here's the brutal truth that most runners don't want to accept. If you're not spending at least 70 to 80% of your weekly mileage at easy pace, you're training wrong. You might be working harder than everyone else. You might be suffering more, but you're not training optimally, which means you're leaving speed on the table. Elite distance runners, the people who run faster than you can imagine, spend the vast majority of their training running slowly. When I say slowly, I mean it. Marathoners who race at 5-minute mile pace will do their easy runs at 7:30 to 8:30 pace. That's 2.5 to 3.5 minutes per mile slower than race pace. They're not lazy. They're not slacking. They understand something fundamental about human physiology that most recreational runners miss. Easy running builds your aerobic base, and your aerobic base is the foundation that determines your ceiling. Think of it like a pyramid. The peak of the pyramid is your race performance, your PRs, your top speed. But that peak can only be as high as the base is wide. The base is your aerobic capacity, built through thousands of easy miles. The wider your base, the higher your peak can reach. If you try to build a tall peak on a narrow base, it collapses. If you only run hard, you're trying to stack speed on top of nothing. It doesn't work. You plateau quickly. You get injured. You burn out. But when you patiently build a massive aerobic base through easy running, you create the capacity for speed to develop on top of it. This is not theoretical. This is how every successful distance runner in history has trained. High volume at low intensity, with strategic, harder sessions mixed in. The easy miles do the heavy lifting. The hard miles add the sharpness. Most runners flip this ratio, running hard most of the time and easy rarely. That's backwards, and it's why they don't improve. So what actually happens in your body during easy running that makes it so effective? First, easy running builds mitochondria. Mitochondria are the energy-producing structures in your muscle cells. More mitochondria means more capacity to produce energy aerobically, which means you can run faster before you fatigue. Easy running, sustained for extended periods, is the primary stimulus for mitochondrial biogenesis. Hard running doesn't build mitochondria as effectively because you can't sustain it long enough. You might run hard for 20 to 30 minutes max, but you can run easy for hours. That extended time under low-intensity stress is what triggers your cells to build more mitochondria. Second, easy running increases capillary density. Capillaries are the tiny blood vessels that deliver oxygen and nutrients to your muscles and remove waste products. More capillaries means better oxygen delivery and faster recovery. Easy running stimulates capillary growth because your muscles are working aerobically for extended periods, signaling the need for more oxygen delivery infrastructure. Hard running doesn't build capillaries as effectively because the stimulus is too short and too glycolytic, relying on stored carbohydrates rather than sustained oxygen use. Third, easy running strengthens your cardiovascular system without excessive stress. Your heart adapts by increasing stroke volume, the amount of blood pumped per beat. A stronger heart that pumps more blood per beat doesn't have to beat as fast to deliver the same amount of oxygen. This is why trained runners have lower resting and exercising heart rates than untrained people. They're more efficient. Easy running builds this efficiency. Hard running every day just stresses the system without allowing adaptation. Fourth, easy running teaches your body to burn fat as fuel. At easy intensities, you're primarily using fat for energy, sparing your limited glycogen stores. This metabolic flexibility is crucial for distance running. The better you are at burning fat, the longer you can run before depleting glycogen. Easy running trains this system. Hard running relies heavily on glycogen and doesn't develop fat-burning capacity as effectively. Fifth, easy running strengthens tendons, ligaments, and bones without breaking them down. These connective tissues adapt slowly. They need time under stress, but not excessive stress. Easy running provides the right stimulus. Hard running every day overloads these tissues faster than they can adapt, leading to injuries like tendinitis and stress fractures. Comment below right now and tell me, after hearing all of this, are you willing to slow down and embrace easy running, or does your ego still resist? I want to know where you're at mentally, because mindset is the biggest barrier for most runners. Let's get practical. How do you actually implement easy running correctly? First, you need to know what easy pace feels like. The simplest and most reliable method is the talk test. As you run, you should be able to speak in complete sentences without gasping for air. Not just grunt out a few words, but actually hold a conversation. If you can't talk comfortably, you're running too fast. Slow down. If you're running with a partner, you should be able to chat about your day, your weekend plans, whatever. If you're running alone, talk to yourself out loud. Recite song lyrics. Narrate what you're seeing. If you can do this comfortably, your pace is right. If you can't, you're working too hard. Another method is heart rate. Easy running should keep your heart rate at about 60 to 75% of your maximum. You can estimate your max heart rate with the formula 220 minus your age, though this is rough. If you're 30 years old, your estimated max is 190. 60 to 75% of that is 114 to 142 beats per minute. If your heart rate is creeping into the 150s or 160s, you're running too hard. Slow down. Here's what's difficult for most runners. Easy pace feels slow, really slow. If you've been running hard all the time, easy pace will feel like you're barely moving. You might be running 2 to 3 minutes per mile slower than your typical training pace. Your ego will scream that this is pointless, that you're wasting time, that you should be working harder. Ignore your ego. Your ego is not a physiology expert. Trust the science. Easy. Running works. The numbers don't lie. Every study on endurance training shows that high volume at low intensity produces better results than moderate volume at high intensity. Every elite training program is built on a foundation of easy miles. The coaches and athletes who win Olympic medals understand this. You need to understand it too. When you start running truly easy, your easy pace will be slow. Maybe 10, 11, 12-minute miles depending on your current fitness. That's fine. That's your starting point. But here's the beautiful part. As you accumulate weeks and months of consistent easy running, your easy pace gets faster. What started as 11-minute miles might become 10-minute miles, then 9:30, then 9, all while still feeling easy and conversational. Your aerobic system is improving. Your mitochondria are multiplying. Your capillaries are proliferating. Your heart is getting stronger. Your body is becoming a more efficient running machine. And because you're running easy most of the time, you're not accumulating fatigue or injury risk. You're just getting better. Now let's address the structure of a smart training week that prioritizes easy running. If you're running 5 days per week, maybe 4 of those days should be easy runs, and 1 day should be a harder workout like intervals or a tempo run. If you're running 6 days, maybe 4 or 5 easy and 1 or 2 hard. The easy runs can range from 30 minutes to 90 minutes or more depending on your goals and experience. The key is that they're truly easy. Conversational pace. The hard days are where you do your speed work, your threshold runs, your VO2 max intervals. These are important. They develop the top-end speed and lactate tolerance that racing requires. But they're the icing, not the cake. The easy miles are the cake. Most runners get this backwards. They make every run moderately hard, which means they're never fresh enough to run truly hard on hard days, and they're never easy enough to get the aerobic adaptations from easy days. They're stuck in the mushy middle, accumulating fatigue without getting the benefits of either extreme. The solution is a polarized training. Most of your running is very easy. A small amount is very hard. Almost nothing is in between. This is how elites train, and it's how you should train too. Let me share a real-world example. I coached a runner who'd been stuck at a 22-minute 5K for 2 years. He was running 5 days per week, and every single run was at 7:30 to 8 pace, which for him was moderately hard. He thought he was training hard and couldn't understand why he wasn't improving. I restructured his training. 4 days per week became easy runs at 9 to 9:30 pace, conversational. 1 day per week became a true speed workout, intervals at 6:30 to 6:45 pace. He was horrified at how slow the easy runs felt. He was convinced he'd get slower. I told him to trust the process for 12 weeks. After 12 weeks, his easy pace had dropped to 8:30 to 9 while still feeling conversational. His hard workouts were sharper because he was showing up fresh. He raced a 5K and ran 20:45. That's a 75-second PR. His fitness exploded because for the first time, he was training with the correct balance of stress and recovery. The easy runs built his base. The hard workouts built his speed. Together, they produced results that 2 years of moderate running never did. What are you thinking right now? Is this making sense, or does it still feel wrong to run so slowly? Drop a comment and let me know where your head is at because I want to address your doubts. Here's the mental hurdle you have to overcome. Running slow feels like you're not working hard enough. Our culture glorifies suffering and effort. No pain, no gain. Go hard or go home. All of that. But smart training isn't about maximum suffering. It's about optimal stimulus for adaptation. Easy running provides the stimulus your aerobic system needs to adapt and improve. Grinding yourself into the ground every day just creates fatigue and injury. The fastest runners in the world have figured this out. They run easy most of the time because it works. You need to internalize this. Running slow is not being lazy. Running slow is being smart. It takes discipline to run easy when you feel like you could go faster. It takes humility to accept that the boring, unglamorous work is what produces results. Champions have that discipline and humility. Do you? Let's talk about what happens if you don't embrace easy running. If you continue running hard most or all of the time, several things will happen. First, you'll plateau. Your body adapts to the stress you give it, but if that stress is always the same moderate to hard intensity, the adaptation stops. You need the contrast between easy and hard to keep progressing. Second, you'll accumulate fatigue. Without easy days to recover, your body is always in a state of breakdown, never fully recovering and adapting. This chronic fatigue manifests as feeling tired, heavy legs, declining performance despite effort. Third, you'll get injured. Tendons, ligaments, bones, they all need recovery time. If you're always stressing them without adequate easy days, something will break. Tendinitis, stress fractures, chronic strains. These are the prices of ignoring easy running. Fourth, you'll burn out mentally. Running hard all the time is exhausting not just physically, but mentally. You'll start to dread running because it's always painful. Easy running, by contrast, is actually enjoyable. It's meditative, it's energizing. It makes you love running again. The final piece I want to address is the long run, which is the ultimate expression of easy running. Once a week, you should be doing a long run that's longer than any of your other runs, typically 60 to 120 minutes depending on your goals. This long run should be at easy, conversational pace. The purpose is to build aerobic endurance, teach your body to burn fat, strengthen connective tissues, and build mental toughness. The long run is not a race. It's not a tempo run. It's a sustained, easy effort. If you try to run your long run hard, you'll either cut it short because you can't sustain it, or you'll finish destroyed and need excessive recovery, which defeats the purpose. Run your long run easy, and you can go longer, adapt better, and recover faster. Elite marathoners do long runs of 20+ miles at easy pace. They're not racing those, they're building base. You should approach your long runs the same way. Easy pace, sustainable effort. Focus on time on feet and aerobic development. Here's your action plan to integrate easy running into your training. Step 1. For the next week, make every single run an easy run just to reset and feel what easy actually feels like. Talk out loud while you run. If you can't speak in complete sentences, slow down. Step 2. Starting week 2, introduce one hard workout per week. Intervals, tempo, whatever you want. Make it hard, but make sure every other run is easy. Step 3. Track your easy pace over the weeks. Notice how it gradually gets faster while still feeling easy. That's your aerobic base expanding. Step 4. Be patient. This is a months-long process, not weeks. But if you stick with it, you'll see improvements that no amount of grinding produces. Step 5. Ignore people who judge you for running slowly. They don't understand training science. You do. Run your own race. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. The boring stuff is what separates good from great in every domain of life. In running, it's easy miles. In business, it's consistent daily actions that aren't glamorous. In relationships, it's showing up every day, not just grand gestures. The boring work is the foundation of excellence. Champions embrace the boring work because they understand it's not really boring. It's essential. It's where the magic happens. Easy running might not feel exciting while you're doing it, but when you're crossing finish lines faster than you ever have, when you're running PRs you didn't think possible, when you're healthy and injury-free year after year, you'll realize that the boring stuff was the secret all along. Embrace it. Easy running will make you faster, I guarantee it. Here's what I need from you before you go. First, leave a comment telling me what your biggest resistance to easy running has been. Is it ego? Impatience? Not knowing? How slow to go? I want to hear your honest barriers so I can address them. Second, if this video has convinced you that slowing down is the key to speeding up and you're ready to change how you train, smash that like button and share this with a running friend who needs to hear it. Third, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications because I'm going to keep challenging conventional wisdom and giving you the truth about what actually works in running training. And finally, I've got another video ready for you that breaks down exactly how to structure your training week for maximum results with minimal injury risk. Click the video on your screen right now and complete your training education. You now know the boring truth. Easy running is the foundation of speed. The question is, will you have the discipline to do the boring work? Will you slow down to speed up? I believe you will. Now get out there, run easy, build that base, and watch your PRs fall. I'll see you on the roads.